Alright, today I'm going to be explaining why I went with static instead of bagged. Now, the main reason why I went static is actually due to this club's logo, or catchphrase per se. Drive it like you park it. That's exactly why I chose it. See, right now, this has 8K coils, or 8K springs on the back, so there is not a lot of movement at all. If I got the dampening to 100% stiff, this thing would probably not even move. And that's exactly what I want because I want to run this to there. Well, not over that. I want to actually get like right there or there, somewhere along there. That's where I want it to be resting once I'm finally done with my fitment. But till I get that cambered out, I got that monster truck fitment. Besides that, that's the main reason why I did it. So that way I could roll around low and not have to worry about stuff. Of course, that makes no sense. There's another video which I'll link in the description. It'll explain it a little bit more better, but basically, if I were to run my front lip on bags, and if I were to have that to that base, or if I were to have the lip right on that to that, if I were to do that, I would end up having issues with that bottoming out since I have 10Ks up front and that absorbs the bumps very well. That's what I was trying to get to. And if I were to run bags, it has less of a dampening, or it absorbs it less, if I had to say, due to the bags obviously not being as stiff. Of course, you can get, I think they sell stiff bags or something, but I'm not trusting that. And also, that would still compress way more than what I got right now. So, this is also what the other video said. If you were to run bags and have it right on the fender, or fender to lip basically, the front splitter would hit the ground and then that would rip it off. So it's like, one, two, rip. That's obviously a no-go. So that's why I switched over to springs, and also why I got springs right now. Because I want to run this thing way lower than what it is right now. I think I said, but yeah, bad fitment. And there's also, obviously, static club. But, yeah. I mean, main reason why I got it is that way in the future I can get this into bare fitment and then I can run that fender to it, basically. There's also other issues, obviously. Like, right now, I got subwoofers in the truck. I think it goes to right here, where the box somewhere there. It's somewhere in between that area. But I got subwoofers. Of course, I could try to fit it into there since I don't really run the spare anymore. So I could try to fit it into the spare tire area, but is that worth it? No. So till then, I'm gonna be basing. Till then, I'm not planning on to it. Well, I was thinking about air cups, but well, I was thinking about them because if they do freeze over, I'm not gonna have the issue of I can't drive. Which actually goes into my other point. Where I live, it gets cold. There's snow. There's all that stuff. So I would have to probably bleed the air system about every single week during the winter, and that's obviously not cool, especially since that's about 5 months out of the year, if I had to say. Which to some people that's not an issue for bags, but to me it is. Or at least to me it is an issue because I don't really care to do that type of maintenance, especially in a garage that is cold. And there's also airlines that could be rubbed. The bag could be rubbed. Like, I only got about a fingertip of actual room before that hits that. And not this way fingertip, this way fingertip. So that's another issue. And I know that the bags go on like halfway down the coil or something. Well, it's not halfway, but they go down pretty far. And obviously, that's not good when you're running a rim that's really close to the coil. There's other stuff, obviously, like airlines could burst. Actually, it's like extremely uncommon, but then again, weirder stuff has happened, and but if they get loose, then that side goes down. Then you can't. Actually, no, every single side goes down. I forgot about that part. There really isn't a protection for that. If one side gets loose, the entire car is bottoming out, and you can't air it up. And guess what happens when the tow truck comes over and says, "That ain't gonna fit. That won't fit on my bed." You're fucked. Maybe unless if you got a friend which has a trailer. I don't. This is my only car, so I'm doing what I know is practical for my car. Quite frankly, coils are sort of new, but the idea is time tested since the beginning of cars, basically. Well, actually, the true beginning was leaf springs, but we don't talk about that. But yeah, I want static because for what I want, it'll ride better. Because another point is that bagged cars only look like slam. Bagged cars get their best fitment at 2 times: point A and point B. In between point A and point B, they usually got monster truck fitment. For me, I don't want it, or at least I don't want monster truck fitment. So that's a burden. Ugh. But yeah, once I'm able to get that lowered, should be pretty much completed. Besides that, I don't want the monster truck fitment. I'm trying to get that down. Besides that, with static, like I said, you can run stiff, so you can get that thing right down to the rim and not have to worry about it. And I know that people say, "Oh, but it's not convenient for daily driving and whatever else." It's actually pretty convenient for daily driving. There's extra headaches that come with bags that people don't really think about. Of course, most people would say, "Oh, but what about the headaches of scraping and being low?" You really only gotta worry about that once you're an inch or less from the road. I'm gonna be honest. Like where I'm at right now, that's daily drive. In fact, most cars these days, have we seen how low these cars have been getting? Like, in terms of like my car to a modern car, this is monster truck. So take that into account. And they're running stuff like that. They're my old shocks. They run stuff like that. I'm on 10Ks. And yeah, so I mean, cars nowadays, they get low. Or at least they're being produced low. Look at Corvettes. That's another one. Like, that's low. So, yeah, if you want to make the debate between bags or whatnot, I mean, sure, some cars come with stock of bags, but that's like high-end stuff. And on that one, the debates are you're too poor for bag, or you couldn't afford the bags, but yeah, I couldn't afford the bags. I couldn't afford it ripping off my front lip. I couldn't afford it ripping off it. Well, I mean, my frame would get it first, but besides that, I like to keep my car low. I like to look good when I'm rolling. I don't want monster truck when I'm rolling. That's my main reason. I didn't want the monster truck fitment. Of course, I still got weight. Yeah, I don't want the monster truck fitment. I'm gonna be getting that down. I've said this all. Yeah, that's why I went static. The better fitment. You can get better fitment when you're rolling. Always safer. Yeah. it's safer to run low with coils. Fuck it. It's a hypocrisy to all the bagged people. Oh, no. Well, I'm gonna be getting myself a wink mirror for this. A wink mirror is what you see on golf carts with the 5 panels. So I'll also be installing that coming up, I think. I forget when that's supposed to be in, but yeah, soon enough I'll have a wink mirror installed. But yeah, till then, just me ranting about bags and, or at least why I went static. Simple as that. And also, coils for performance, bags for groceries.